couple years ago, he re-uploaded one of my videos, and you can't just take somebody else's content and re-upload it and monetize it.
Always be yourself, unless you suck. Then pretend to be somebody else. And that's on Azzyland. Who wants to clone me? Oh my gosh, she would be so evil. I know it. She'd be my evil clone. Do it! Do it! Clone me! Do it! Clone me!
This is Azzyland. She posted this house tour video on December 12th, 2018. And this is SniperWolf. She posted this house tour video on July 4th, 2019. In case you're wondering what's going on here, well, let me explain. This is one of the numerous times that SniperWolf not only stole another creator's content, like she literally stole Azzyland's identity, to the point that she even talks like Azzyland. And if you're thinking it's just a coincidence, well, explain these. Guys, do I need to go any further? Azzyland is literally SniperWolf's most affected victim. On top of stealing Azzyland's content and identity, SniperWolf still had the guts to weaponize her young audience to fight Azzyland. Would you believe that SniperWolf spun things around to make it look like it was actually Azzyland copying her? And this has worked for so long because her young audience doesn't even bother to check the dates when these videos were posted. It's a mess, loves, so without further ado, let's get right into it.
Sniperwolf and Azzyland hate to be compared. But of course that won't stop their viewers, or even YouTube itself, from lumping them together every day of their lives. Whether stuffing SniperWolf videos into Azzy's trending topic, or just playing their videos back to back and causing widespread confusion.
I know, another video on probably the most hated person on YouTube. Just when we thought the drama around SniperWolf couldn't get any crazier, we find ourselves knee-deep in a fresh scandal involving yet another victim, Azzyland. And this time people are so over it. As y'all already know, barely a month ago, SniperWolf made headlines for a jaw-dropping move, doxing Jack's films and shamelessly sharing his address with millions of her followers. People are still mad at how YouTube handled this situation because they literally covered their golden girl with a protective shield, slapping her with just a temporary demonetization as if that's enough to teach her a lesson. If there's anything people learned from that scandal, it's pretty much that privilege works. Oh, and the fact that A-list YouTubers are untouchable.
Congratulations, you have won the doppelganger challenge.
Oh no.
Anyways, we moved on and even thought that SniperWolf would lay low and let people forget about this because in her half-hearted apology to Jack's films, she claimed that she would take a break from social media to tend to her mental health. Well, if there's anything we've learned from SniperWolf so far, it's that she'd rather babysit a hyperactive kangaroo than stay away from the internet. For sure, SniperWolf finds satisfaction in hurting people. Guys, after hot potato, fear SniperWolf, because when she's on your case, you're done for. She lives for two things: stealing and destroying. So when the SniperWolf Azzyland saga got to my table, my jaw was literally on the ground, you guys. I mean, come on. How can someone be so self-absorbed, manipulative, and greedy? The more I listened to Azzyland talk about this, the more I thought, wait a minute. How about we talk about all the people SniperWolf has hurt in the past? And so I went digging. Trust me, guys, it's a list longer than the queue for the latest iPhone.
More plants that I'm killing.
A luscious, well taken care of plant.
When it comes to scandals, SniperWolf is a repeat offender. If we were to mention every single one, we'd be here until Christmas, and we still wouldn't be done. That's how problematic this girl is. But anyways, we'll highlight a few that left everyone raising their eyebrows.
Yourself, unless you suck. Then pretend to be somebody else. And that's on Azzyland.
That leads us to the latest saga, which hit the headlines when Nerd City recently hosted Azzyland on his podcast. And for the very first time, she got a chance to speak on the endless storm of negativity she's been enduring ever since SniperWolf decided to go full-on bully warfare on her. The craziest part of all these is that they actually look alike, which makes it even worse, because people are always constantly pitting them against each other. Like, you can practically hear the sigh of frustration from Azzyland.
When this person started pointing fingers towards me and started bullying me and trying to bring me down.
Like, she's been on the internet for ages and yet no one has anything bad to say about her.
I don't have any enemies, so. And then it turned into taking every idea that did well, but because they had more following than me, their video would just get more views, and so people would see their video first and then assume that their video was
Apparently, SniperWolf didn't just stumble on Azzyland. It was a calculated move. At first, she would steal all of Azzyland's ideas that did well, and since SniperWolf already had a larger following, people naturally assumed that it was Azzyland copying her. SniperWolf had succeeded in convincing people that Azzyland was copying her, and she started getting messages like, "You're such a backstabber. YouTube, ban her. I hate her so much. I wish they kept you banned." She's a copycat of SniperWolf. You know, SniperWolf hates you and thinks you are copying her and trying to be her. The hate got so extreme that SniperWolf's fans started threatening her life. Well, you should be banned from living because you serve no purpose more than to be naked in front of a camera. Azzyland said it was one thing when SniperWolf would low-key tweet about their feud, but the drama escalated to a whole new level when SniperWolf finally talked about it publicly, still maintaining that Azzyland copied her.
What is your opinion on, okay, let's talk about this person since a lot of people ask me about her. Does she copy me? And a lot of people think she is me.
Today we're gonna be rating my lookalikes. Wait, hold up. These videos look familiar. I'm gonna have to give that one a 5.
Guys, would you believe that there is a whole TikTok trend just dedicated to harassing Azzyland with clueless people being mean to her and telling her to stop copying SniperWolf? TikTok even made things worse for Azzyland because, well, you know, anyone can create a quick video, and TikTok trends to push new accounts to get more views to give people some sense of fame. So thousands upon thousands of accounts were created under this topic. Some were even bold enough to apologize later, saying, "No hate to Azzy, I just wanted to do this trend." No one cared about the damage they were doing to Azzland, cause while they were busy looking for 15 seconds of fame using her name, things were so thick for her that she would literally be triggered just by touching her phone because there was always notifications from haters waiting for her. Funny enough, at no point did Azzyland ever fight back. In fact, she even used to ask her fans not to react cause, as she puts it, the truth will eventually come out. Just to prove to you how nice Azzyland is, her goal on this podcast wasn't to expose or accuse SniperWolf of stealing her original work. She just spoke about how hypocritical SniperWolf is in some of the stands she takes when she's a big-time bully herself. SniperWolf may have copied everything from Azzyland's content, but she forgets the one thing we all wish she would have started with, Azzy's incredible personality. If only SniperWolf would steal Azzy's honesty just a little, then the world would be a better place because at this point, her meanness and the levels she goes to destroy people is something that needs to be studied. Azzyland was finally able to speak her truth after years and years of bullying, and the comments went wild, you guys. SniperWolf feels to me like a case of someone who got really good at one single thing in life but failed to grow in a lot of areas that matter. As a YouTuber myself, I think it's very easy to fall into the grind mode and put a lot of other personal growths aside. It's a dangerous game to fall into though, and you can see where it leads. Lack of empathy, low emotional maturity. She's been in jail before for armed robbery and disorderly conduct. It's clear to see she's a psycho. I don't think Leah felt ashamed for stealing from Azzy. I really think she felt completely entitled to Azzy's success. Tearing her down with ad hominem, sending her own fans to harass Azzy, celebrating her own lack of empathy towards others, she's a menace and most likely mentally ill. The sheer number of verified YouTubers in these comments defending, speaking up for, and showing love to Azzy is impressive. The sad part is YouTube will never do what's right. Demonetization? Look at Azzy. Her head nods, her nervous half tears. This girl has been bullied. Azzy is emotional and happy because she has a big content creator finally having her back like a big brother. Now, on to the next chapter of this wild story, guys. SniperWolf responded. Oh, trust SniperWolf to always respond. Well, not exactly the kind of response we'd like to hear, but eventually she addresses all her online feuds, and this one was no different. SniperWolf responded to a Twitter account that highlighted this saga, to which she said, "I have a backup of videos and screenshots before she changed the thumbnails to make it look like I copied her. I have proof she copied my thumbnails, CEO, the way I speak, the jokes I make. The way you're trying to manipulate this is fraud." SniperWolf then proceeded to say, "I have screenshots of you uploading the same video as me minutes after I upload on multiple occasions." She then proceeded proceeded to attach 2 videos with the same title where her video had been up for 22 minutes and then Azzyland's was uploaded 12 minutes later. So SniperWolf is saying that on multiple occasions, Azzyland normally waits for her to upload a video, then copy and upload the same thing on her channel literally a few minutes later. First of all, that is so outrageous, guys, because even with a team of video editors on standby, they'd still need a lot of time to replicate the video. Actually, you know what? We shouldn't be surprised that SniperWolf doesn't know the crazy amount of work that goes into creating a video from scratch. All she has to do is steal videos from TikTok, compile them, and upload them as her own. Oh, also, guys, I've watched the 2 videos SniperWolf is talking about, and there's nothing similar about them at all. Also, SniperWolf, what do you have to say about the hundreds of videos you've copied from Azzyland and posted them months after hers?
I mean, I get lots of messages that people have been doing this to me. Like, there's people that copy what I wear and even try to talk like me, which is, I think, creepy as fuck. Why would you want to talk like somebody else? Like, why? Like, y'all dislike yourself that much?
This brings us to the next issue because, you see, guys, the sad reality is that this SniperWolf behavior isn't just a one-time slip-up. It's a pattern of behavior that should make us question why she is still allowed to roam freely on the platform. To begin with, for so many years, people speculated that her entire career was built on a lie and that she used to fake game time. SniperWolf insisted that she was the brain behind her brand, and she might have gotten away with this till she messed with the wrong guy. Her soon-to-be ex-husband, Evan, aka Sausage Guy, filed a lawsuit against her, and that's when everything came to light. Apparently, the Sausage Guy revealed in the lawsuit that not only did he write all her reaction videos, but he also produced all SniperWolf's gameplays during her Let's Play days, and this worked perfectly well until their breakup. Fortunately for Sausage Guy, he might have expected a sour end, so they put everything in writing and signed it, and doing things officially has really come in handy for him. The lawsuit is still ongoing, but I can bet my bottom dollar that she is going to lose. I don't know about y'all, but as for me, SniperWolf's greatest act of disrespect was the one time that she was supposed to connect with a 10-year-old fan of hers that had cancer and was unfortunately passing away. Guys, SniperWolf was like this girl's hero, and meeting her was one of her wishes in her last days. SniperWolf was in contact with her mother, and they were making arrangements for the meeting to happen, only for SniperWolf to end up ghosting them.
I never really talk about this because I feel like there's something wrong with me, where to some degree I lack empathy. There are a lot of things I don't care about, things I probably should care about that I don't. Kind of like if you didn't wake up tomorrow, I also wouldn't care. I would just move on with my day. When something's useless, you throw it away. You know who else has no empathy? Psychopaths. I truly think that this is psychopath behavior.
To make matters worse, SniperWolf posted this video on her IG just around the same time she was set to have that video call. The girl's mother was so annoyed that she decided to expose SniperWolf for ghosting her daughter. As you can see from the screenshots, SniperWolf agreed to talk to Kiara, and the mother was even thoughtful enough to ask her if it wouldn't interfere with her Christmas plans, to which SniperWolf confirmed she would be available. From then, SniperWolf literally took her through the ringer, always canceling, and the mom eventually became super frustrated and called her out. It's super weird that SniperWolf has such a loyal fan base, and yet she doesn't care about them. It's clear that SniperWolf has some serious soul searching to do because she thrives in controversy, which is actually pathetic. SniperWolf is the queen of deflecting blame and avoiding responsibility. Let me know your thoughts on this story, guys, and keep it here for more developing stories on these celebrities and influencers.